Hey everybody, this is the second vlog I've done on Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I want to focus this on Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, um, Victor Jones. And wow, the difference between the first Justice League, which barely had him in it, and this one is like, to say it's night and day is wouldn't even begin to describe how much different the first Justice League is from this epic. And as Zack Snyder said, the center of the movie really is Ray Fisher's character. But his story was removed because Jeff Johns reportedly told him, according to Ray, that they didn't want to have an angry black man at the center of the movie. That's racist, because if you actually watch the movie, the latest version, it's got nothing to do with the the common problems of being black by any means at all. I don't want to give away. Well, I don't care. The whole point is that it has to do with Ray Fisher being turned into a cyborg against his knowledge and will by his father, who figured out that an alien device just might possibly save his son's life. He didn't quite know how it was going to turn out, but he knew it was going to save his son's life. He was right. But it not only saved his son's life, it made his son a very powerful digital presence on Earth. A person who could basically dump $100,000 in your bank account or hurl the world's nuclear arsenal at you with a thought. And he did something remarkable that has not yet been explored in the DC cinematic universe. Uh, Apparently, they were mad at Ray Fisher because Ray wouldn't say the booyah that the animated character had gained some fame saying. That's silly. I mean, booyah doesn't even fit this version of Cyborg. Maybe the other version, okay, but this version of Cyborg, booyah is not the word that would come to his brain to say. It just wouldn't. This is a thinking person, a modern black man, saying it just like that. And his father is the legendary Joe Morgan, who created the cybernet, the Skynet, and the Cyberdyne systems that developed the Terminator. And if you want background, look at Terminator 2. Okay, Joe Morgan is a legendary figure in that he's able and has been blessed with the ability to play black men who are smart in science fiction. And that makes me think of, well, you don't see the characters every day, but you start to more and more and more. They're paced by, for example, William Marshall, who played Dr. Richard Daystrom in The Ultimate Computer in Star Trek, the original series. And there are other examples as well, but they're not tons of them. Joe Morgan stands out. Uh, but back to Ray Fisher. I came away from that movie and I realized that I felt his pain. And I did so without even being convinced or coerced into doing it. There was nothing about the way Ray's character was written or the story was written that forced me to do it. It was just part of the movie. It's a remarkable film in a lot of ways. At first, when I made my first video, I say it was really great, not the best I've ever seen, but right up there. Definitely a great movie. And I say that, it's definitely a great movie. It's one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen, period. Right up there with Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. It's in that area. And most notably, guess what? Do you know who one of the executive producers was? Christopher Nolan. So there's a lot to like about Zack Snyder's 4 hour long epic masterpiece. But, and I'll list them. The women at the start who were part of the Amazon, so that are trying to fight Steppenwolf, are buffed. I think Brooke Ince is one of them. Actually, she's in it. And I said, I know who that is. And they have no problem showing buffed women. Thank you, Zack Snyder. Check it out. Okay, this is right at the start in the film. You can't miss it. Thank you. And Diana Prince, played expertly and wonderfully by Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, of course. More screen time. One word, badass. The other word, beautiful. Beautiful and badass. That's the way Wonder Woman ought to be. That's the way she is in the Justice League Snyder Cut. You know, I remember the first hearing about the Snyder Cut. I thought, okay, Snyder Cut. Can't do much, right? I was wrong. Zack got his shot. He got 70 million. Knocked it out of the park. In fact, the ball is still sailing. And Ray Fisher's got his name on it. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.